What's happening, guys? Friday after work. Got all the fittings, got the fuel line, got everything to get this this fuel pump in this tank and the two 350s outside the tank hooked up. So let's go. Alright guys, so we're going to start by removing these 5 Phillip head screws. So they are Phillips, or maybe 8 mil fit if you strip them out. It is hot as shit today. It's just humid today out here. Alright. And we got a 10 mil down here holding that on. I probably can't even see it, sorry. Got a 10 mil down here. Let's remove this sucker. There it is. We got a Walbro 255, looks like. Drain that gas out. Alright, now that that's out of the way, I'm going to come over here, and now I'm prepping the new fuel pump to, I have a 6 AN on this side, but now we're going to prep it to fit an 8 AN for the return. We already got an 8 AN feed, so let's get that done. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this 3/4 inch drill bit to drill it out. This is for the Dash 8. This is the size drill bit you'll need if you want to use a Dash 8 fitting in something like this. To use the Dash 6, it's a 9/16 drill bit. I just got these from my local store. Luckily they were in stock. So we got the drill and we'll drill that out. Almost there. There it is. Alright guys, there it is. I was able to make it work. I just used the nut as a nut, basically, a spacer, and then I tightened this down. I was able to seal it up pretty good. Now this is just a return, so there's not gonna be that much pressure on it, so I'm not worried about it leaking. There's a top view. I might rub some silicone around it, just to be sure, but I don't think it's gonna leak, so we're good there. As you see, I took the pump off. I was afraid any I don't want metal getting inside of it. So there's what the feed and the return look like. We're just going to put a rubber hose on the end of this and aim it right towards the fuel pump, so it dumps right on the fuel pump and keep it cool. So this is just a Walbro 450. Actually came from a Honda Civic, out of my old Civic. Fit perfectly on this hanger, so I was like, forget it, why not use it, you know? It was brand new when it only had like, I don't know, 10 miles on it when I got it, before I switched to the other pump. Now I have a Magna Fuel 750 in the MR2. So we'll just use this bad boy. Oh, loosen it up a little bit to fit over this other fitting. These are all ep5 safe lines as well. Just like that. You see that? Tighten that bad boy up. Make sure that the filter location forward is straight. That's good. And then we'll take these two wires, and I made just a tiny little hole, and we'll put them through it. Let me see if I can get you there. Sorry guys, you gotta bear with me. I'm no cameraman, so I'm all alone. And it might be like that for a while. So you see that little small hole right there? I'm just gonna take these wires and push them through. And then I kind of just tuck this thing behind here. Alright guys, so we got this thing like halfway in here. Then I realized we got a problem. The dash 8 nut on the back side of the one I just put in is hitting the side of the hole here. So I literally just need about like 1/4 of an inch clearance. Then it'll go right in. So I'm gonna trim that up, and then we'll get it put in. And yeah. Other than that, it comes in and out easy. So we'll just trim a little bit of this right there to where it's off that path, and put it back in. All right, guys. So I just wanted to show you. None of this stuff is bolt-in. It's all custom. So you're gonna have problems like that. You're gonna have stuff you need to grind up. It's definitely not a bolt-in affair, unless you want to just run a 255 and just shove it in there. But I mean, since we're running these dash 8s, we want to make big power. This is something you gotta do if you don't want to run a cell. So I had to just trim that up there. It's all still tight. Nothing's loose. And then now, you know, it fits good in there. We'll drop it right in. Bam, it lines right up. So let's go ahead and get this thing bolted in. Alright, there that is. Dash 8 feed, dash 8 return. Now we can get the lines ready to run. Alright guys, I got the lines on. I got the feed with a nice little curve in it, nothing sharp or crazy. And I'm using this piece right here to kind of tuck that in there to hold it. And I got the feed line above it. And there. So I'm going to tighten these up. We're going to wire up. We're going to extend these wires, and then I'm going to use a battery and make sure they work and make sure there's no leaks before we shove it back up in there, so then we'll be able to see. So let me get these tightened up and we'll get that set up. Alright guys, I got this temporarily wired up. Since the MR2 wiring is so hard to get to once you put it back up in there, I want to make sure this fuel pump works with no leaks. We don't want to, you know, just shove it up in there and just hope. You know what I'm saying? We need to make sure the pump still works, and we need to make sure it's not leaking through the feed line once we get it up and running. So let's give it a shot. So it's definitely pumping out, I can hear it. Oh, yep, there it is. And there's no leaks, so we are good. And the pump works. All right, guys, got my wires, heat shrunk on there, soldered up, running all the way up. I know red's positive, blue's negative, only color I had in this size. It'll work, no big deal. But I'm not gonna end up putting it in tonight. I need a hand, and unfortunately I have none here right now. And also, I was searching for this wire and all my stuff fell. So I'm pretty much done for the night. Got this trunk lid for my MR2, and now I have a big dent in it. So yeah, fun times. So be back tomorrow. All right guys, so we got the gas tank back up in there. I got the line shortened right where I want it. Now we're going to mock up and try to mount the 2 external pumps right here. So when we get to that point, I'll show you. And then we're going to take it all back out and get this thing prepped and paint it. Alright guys, I got the pumps mounted for now, just temporary. Now I'm running this Y block, just fitting it up, and then we're going to take it all out like I told you before and paint it. So be back in a minute and I'll show you what it's like at the end. Alright guys, there's the final product. Well, not final, but there's the lines ran. Now it's just loosely mounted with zip ties, so those will be straight. Those pumps will be straight. But when we order some more fittings, we'll be able to run the line over there for the fuel rail. Alright, so this coming week I'm going to take all this stuff out and scrub it all down, wash it, and paint it. So stay tuned. Adios. Bye.